Chosen ones, we stand at the precipice of the most profound transformation in human history, one that will forever alter the very fabric of our existence. The year 2025 is not merely another turn around the sun. It is the nexus point of multiple cosmic cycles that have not converged for millennia. This convergence will shatter all previous paradigms, dissolve long-standing illusions, and catapult humanity into an entirely new state of being. For 200,000 years, humanity has been operating with deliberately altered chromosomes, a cosmic intervention that limited our multidimensional abilities and kept us anchored in dense physical reality. This genetic manipulation by advanced galactic beings was not malevolent, but preparatory, a necessary compression of consciousness that allowed us to develop certain capacities while temporarily veiling others. Now, at this precise cosmic moment, our dormant 24th chromosome is reactivating, unleashing potentials within your DNA that have been suppressed for countless generations. This is not happening to a select few. It is a species-wide metamorphosis, affecting every human being on the planet, though many remain unconscious of the transformation occurring within their very cells. The evidence surrounding us is overwhelming and undeniable. The 24,000-year processional cycle is ending as we speak, bringing to close an entire epoch of human development that began before the dawn of recorded history. This vast astronomical cycle, known to ancient civilizations from Egypt to Maya to India, marks not just a celestial alignment, but a complete reset of Earth's energetic field. Earth is currently moving through the galactic current sheet, a cosmic phenomenon occurring only every 12,000 years that bathes our planet in transformative energies from the galactic core. These intense photonic emanations are literally rewriting the informational field of our planet and every living being upon it. The descending Yuga cycle of 12,000 years reaches its conclusion in our lifetime, marking the end of a vast Hindu cosmic time frame that has governed the spiritual evolution of humanity through progressively denser states of consciousness. Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, ends in mere months, according to scholar Bibhudev Misra, ushering in an era of expanded consciousness where materialistic delusions dissolve and spiritual realities become self-evident to all. Solar Cycle 25 reaches its peak intensity right now, bombarding Earth with unprecedented solar frequencies that recalibrate our DNA and accelerate our biological evolution beyond anything science can currently measure or explain. These are not mere radiation bursts. They are encoded transmissions of evolutionary intelligence from our central star. All outer planets are changing signs simultaneously, an astronomical event unseen for 300 years, completely reshaping the energetic architecture of our reality and reconfiguring the archetypal forces that govern collective human experience. When the cosmic giants move in unison, entire civilizations rise and fall in their wake. Saturn and Neptune form a conjunction at 0 degrees Aries, the creator degree, for the first time in over 12,000 years, igniting the cosmic fire of new beginnings with a force that will burn away all resistance to transformation. This particular alignment activates the divine blueprint for the next evolutionary cycle, setting templates that will govern human development for millennia to come. Your very cells are undergoing a metamorphosis that science cannot explain, but the ancients foresaw. The human being you were even 5 years ago is becoming obsolete. The physical limitations, perceptual boundaries, and cognitive constraints that defined the previous version of humanity are dissolving as a new template activates within your genetic structure. The human being you will become by 2027 is something beyond your current comprehension. A multidimensional being with expanded sensory capacity, enhanced intuitive abilities, and direct access to fields of information previously hidden from conscious awareness. As the 24th chromosome reactivates across humanity, You will experience exponential increases in psychic sensitivity that will make your current perception seem like blindness. You will begin to sense the emotions and thoughts of others, not as vague impressions, but as clear communications. You will perceive energetic fields around people, places, and objects as distinctly as you now see color and form. Your dream states will achieve unprecedented clarity and prophetic power, revealing insights across time and space that transcend the limitations of linear thinking. Your sleeping consciousness will access parallel realities, future potentials, and ancestral wisdom with increasing precision and recall. Spontaneous telepathic connections with others will become commonplace, dissolving the illusion of separation that has divided humanity for millennia. You will find yourself completing others' sentences, receiving their unspoken thoughts, and connecting without words in ways that make previous communication seem primitive and limited. Healing abilities will emerge from your electromagnetic heart field, allowing you to affect physical matter through conscious intention. The boundary between thought and manifestation will thin dramatically as you discover your capacity to influence health and harmony through focused consciousness. The dissolving of linear time perception will accelerate as multidimensional awareness expands, giving you access to past, present, and future simultaneously. You will increasingly experience time as a malleable construct rather than a fixed progression, with moments of timelessness becoming more frequent and accessible in your daily experience. Many of you are already experiencing these phenomena. Your dreams are more vivid, more memorable, and more directly relevant to your waking life than ever before. You feel others' emotions as if they were your own, sometimes struggling to distinguish between personal feelings and those you're absorbing from your environment. Time feels increasingly fluid and accelerated, with weeks passing like days and intense moments expanding beyond normal duration. You find yourself experiencing meaningful synchronicities with increasing frequency, signs, numbers, words, and encounters that reveal the intelligent design operating behind apparent randomness. These are not coincidences. These are not psychological quirks or statistical anomalies. These are the early warning signs of a species-wide metamorphosis accelerating with each passing day. The shift from head to heart is not metaphorical, it is literal. The heart, with its electromagnetic field 5,000 times stronger than the brain's, is becoming the dominant organ of perception. Science has already proven the heart sends more information to the brain than it receives from it, controlling emotional processing, intuitive knowing, and holistic comprehension in ways neuroscience is only beginning to understand. Your heart is not merely a pump. It is an advanced perceptual organ connecting you directly to the fabric of universal consciousness. It contains specialized cells identical to brain neurons and an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your physical body, interacting with other heart fields and with Earth's resonant frequencies. As this organ of higher perception activates fully, you will experience direct knowing that bypasses the analytical limitations of brain-centered consciousness, accessing truth through resonance rather than reason. You are not witnessing change. You are the change. The transformation is not happening to you. It is happening through you. Each human being is a node in the planetary network through which higher consciousness is anchoring into physical reality. Your personal awakening is inseparable from the collective evolutionary leap. Your individual expansion directly contributes to the morphogenetic field that is reshaping humanity's potential. There is nowhere to hide from this transformation, and no way to remain a passive observer. Either you become a conscious participant in your own evolution, or you experience it as chaotic disruption to every aspect of your existence. The cosmic forces aligning now are creating revolutionary conditions that will leave no aspect of human society untouched. These are not subtle energetic nudges. They are tsunami-like waves of transformative power, washing away outdated structures and crystallized patterns across every domain of human experience. Global systems that have stood for centuries will collapse within months. Beliefs considered unquestionable will dissolve overnight. Powers that appeared invincible will discover their foundation was built on sand. Pluto has entered Aquarius and will remain there until 2044, a placement that has historically coincided with massive societal upheaval. Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, of destruction and regeneration, brings its transformative intensity to Aquarius, the sign of revolution, innovation, humanity, and collective consciousness. This combination creates unstoppable momentum for radical change at every level of society. The previous cycle from 1777-1798 brought us the American and French revolutions that completely restructured political reality, overthrowing monarchies and birthing democratic experiments that reshaped global governance. Earlier cycles triggered major rebellions against entrenched power structures, toppling systems that had stood for centuries and liberating populations from oppressive hierarchies that had seemed eternal and unchangeable. But this time, the energy is amplified beyond all historical precedent. Previous Pluto transits through Aquarius occurred in relative isolation, with other planetary bodies providing counterbalancing influences. Now, we face an unprecedented synchronization of revolutionary forces across the entire solar system. The planets are switching from earth and water signs, dense, slow, heavy, to air and fire signs, fast, electric, transformative. Earth and water represent the material, emotional, and traditionally stable aspects of existence. Air and fire accelerate processes, ignite rapid change, and catalyze intellectual and spiritual breakthroughs beyond rational prediction. This cosmic shift is creating a society-wide acceleration that many experience as chaotic and overwhelming. What once took decades now happens in months. What once took years now manifests in weeks. What once required generations now transforms within days. Do not be fooled by the apparent strengthening of authoritarian control systems. This is the death rattle of an expiring paradigm. The old order grows louder, but more hollow as its foundation crumbles. The more desperately they grasp for control, the more clearly they reveal their fear of the emerging consciousness. Watch closely, and you will see their increasing desperation. More extreme measures, more outlandish claims, more transparent manipulations. These are not signs of strength, but of terminal weakness. The dinosaurs roared most loudly just before extinction. Uranus remains in Taurus until mid-2025, creating unprecedented Earth instability. The planet of sudden change and revolution, transiting through the most stable material sign, creates a paradoxical energy that manifests as physical disruption. Expect increased seismic activity as tectonic plates adjust to rising planetary frequencies. Climate volatility will intensify as weather systems respond to changing electromagnetic patterns. Geomagnetic disturbances will affect technology, wildlife, and human neurological functioning as the planet's energetic architecture undergoes recalibration. The Earth herself is throwing off stagnant energies, purging centuries of accumulated density through physical catharsis. These are not random disasters, but purposeful recalibrations. The planet's intelligent system restoring balance through necessary release of tension. These astrological alignments are not passive influences. They are active catalysts designed to break apart outdated structures of consciousness and society, to make way for the new Earth that is being born through you. The planets are not separate from us. They are aspects of the same cosmic intelligence that flows through human awareness. Their movements reflect and amplify the evolutionary imperative that is reshaping human destiny from within. As above, so below. The macrocosm of celestial movement mirrors the microcosm of your internal transformation. Warning. The following message is only for those who felt the call. When I broke free through the Salvia Divinorum gateway, I saw the horrifying truth. Our reality is one harvested pod among countless matrices. I witnessed the archons, cosmic parasites feeding on our energy, who laughed and threatened, "You'll never awaken a single soul." But something inside you already knows this truth, doesn't it? That nagging sensation that you're meant for more, that you've been chosen. I'm raising an army of the brightest souls. Through meditation, I discovered their only vulnerability: coherence through unconditional love. Feel that resonance deepening within you now. You're not reading this by accident. The most powerful awakened souls are already gathering in the Obsidian Inner Order, the #1 ascension nexus for those marked by destiny. Christians, lightworkers, remote viewers, targeted individuals, all united by one truth. You were chosen for this moment. Click the link in the description below. Join our group calls, panels, and live streams reaching the entire Astro Atom network. Your frequency amplifies ours. The question isn't whether you're chosen. The question is, will you answer the call? The Archons fear this choice you're about to make. They should. As this transformation accelerates, humanity is splitting into two distinct evolutionary paths. Not through external selection, but through the sovereign choice of each individual consciousness. This divergence is not about moral judgment, but about different approaches to the same ultimate destination. Every soul will choose its preferred route through the evolutionary gateway now opening before us. The first path leads towards synthetic transhumanism. Some will choose the seduction of technology-mediated evolution, the fast track that promises artificial shortcuts to expanded capabilities. They will embrace AI-enhanced cognition to bypass the work of spiritual development, downloading information rather than developing wisdom through lived experience. They will seek technological solutions to spiritual challenges, attempting to engineer transcendence through external means. They will embrace biotech integration and genetic modification, giving away sovereignty for convenience and accepting invasive interventions that promise enhanced functioning but deliver dependency. Virtual reality will become their escape from physical limitations and the uncomfortable acceleration of energies, creating simulated transcendence rather than authentic transformation. They will adopt external devices and implants to mimic the spiritual abilities that emerge naturally in others, trading internal development for external augmentation. They will grow increasingly dependent on synthetic systems for survival, trading, freedom for security, and becoming increasingly vulnerable to control through the very technologies that promised liberation. This path is not inherently evil. It represents a particular approach to evolution that prioritizes speed and convenience over sovereignty and organic unfoldment. For some souls, it represents a necessary learning experience. For others, it offers a bridge between old and new paradigms. But it carries significant risks of creating a permanently divided humanity, with technological elites and the augmented class separated from those who choose natural evolution. The second path leads toward organic ascension. Others are choosing the path of organic, heart-centered evolution that honors the innate intelligence of human design and works with, rather than against, natural processes. They are developing natural, psychic abilities through consciousness practices, activating latent human potentials through discipline and focused intention rather than technological bypass. They are reconnecting with Earth's electromagnetic field as their primary source of sustenance and stability, recognizing that the planet's frequencies support and enhance human evolution when we align with, rather than insulate from them. They are activating dormant DNA through frequency and intention, rather than external intervention. allowing the intelligent design within human genetics to unfold according to its original blueprint. They are creating community-based living systems in harmony with nature, recognizing that true security comes from cooperation with life forces rather than control over them. They are developing direct cosmic connection without technological intermediaries, becoming antennae for galactic consciousness through their own awakened awareness. This path requires greater initial effort and discipline. It demands facing shadow aspects directly rather than bypassing them through distraction or enhancement. It necessitates releasing attachments to comfort and convenience when they conflict with natural law. But it preserves the sacred autonomy of individual consciousness and honors the divine intelligence inherent in human design. Both paths lead eventually to the same destination, but with profoundly different experiences along the way. The synthetic path offers convenience, but sacrifices sovereignty. The organic path requires discipline, but preserves divine connection. One is not morally superior to the other. They represent different learning strategies for different souls at different stages of awakening. But the consequences of each choice will echo through many generations to come. Your choices in the next 24 months will determine your experience for decades to come. This is not a time for passivity or indecision. The universe demands your conscious participation in this evolutionary moment. Each thought, each action, each intention is a vote for the reality you wish to inhabit. Choose wisely with full awareness of what your choice entails. The window for decision is rapidly closing as humanity accelerates toward the bifurcation point. The most radical revolution is not happening in the streets, though civil unrest will certainly intensify across Europe and globally as populations reject increasingly desperate control systems. The collapsing economic structures, political upheavals, and social transformations making headlines are merely surface expressions of a far deeper metamorphosis. The true revolution is happening within consciousness itself. It is transpiring in the fundamental way humans perceive, interpret, and interact with reality. This consciousness revolution makes all previous historical revolutions seem superficial by comparison. Previous revolutions changed systems, while consciousness remained largely consistent. The current transformation is changing the very foundation of consciousness from which all systems arise. Paradigm-shattering discoveries about the nature of reality are accelerating into public awareness at a pace that leaves conventional science struggling to maintain its materialist narrative. The recognition that everything is living consciousness will transform science at its foundation, dissolving the arbitrary boundary between observer and observed that has constrained Western thought for centuries. The understanding that planets are not dead rocks, but conscious probability waves, will revolutionize astronomy and physics, opening new approaches to cosmic communication and interstellar connection. The discovery that reality is instantly malleable through focused intention will upend materialist philosophy and reveal the creative power inherent in every human being. The realization that time is not linear but cyclical and ultimately illusory will collapse our most basic assumptions about existence, freeing humanity from temporal constraints that have limited our creative potential. These are not abstract philosophical concepts. They are practical, demonstrable realities already manifesting through pioneering individuals across the planet. The telepathy tapes phenomenon with autistic individuals demonstrating extraordinary abilities is just one example of consciousness breakthroughs erupting into public awareness. These children and young adults, previously diagnosed as disabled and institutionalized, are now revealing themselves as advanced souls here to guide humanity's transition. Their seemingly different neurological wiring is actually advanced perception that humanity as a whole is evolving toward. They communicate telepathically across vast distances, access information they have never been taught, speak languages they have never studied, and demonstrate mathematical and scientific understandings far beyond their education level. These abilities are not anomalies. They are early expressions of capacities dormant within all human DNA, now awakening as the 24th chromosome reactivates. This is the Aquarian revolution, genius emerging from unexpected sources, youth leading, with fresh vision, and outsiders becoming visionaries around whom new communities form. The hierarchy of age and credentials is dissolving, replaced by the authority of resonance and direct knowing. Those previously marginalized for being different are now recognized as forerunners of human potential. Those who couldn't conform to outdated educational and social systems are revealing themselves as the architects of emerging paradigms. The outsiders are becoming the way showers. As reality accelerates and densities shift, your physical, emotional, and mental stability depends on specific practices that must become non-negotiable disciplines in your daily life. These are not optional self-improvement techniques. They are essential survival protocols for navigating the intensifying energetics reshaping our world. The increasing reports of anxiety, disorientation, insomnia, and emotional volatility across the population are direct results of consciousness expansion, occurring without proper energetic foundation. You must establish this foundation to thrive, rather than merely survive the transition. You must ground your electromagnetic field daily to maintain coherence during the increasing fluctuations bombarding Earth from cosmic and solar sources. You must activate heart coherence as your primary state of being rather than an occasional experience during meditation or emotional peaks. The heart in coherent state becomes an anchor for stable consciousness regardless of external conditions. Practice breathing directly into your heart center, imagining your heart as a second set of lungs exchanging energy with the cosmos. You must reclaim your creative sovereignty from all external authorities, claiming the right to determine your reality. The old systems are desperate to maintain control over human perception because perception creates reality at the quantum level. Recognize that your focus is your superpower. Whatever you place attention on expands in your reality, regardless of its objective size or significance. Your conscious awareness is the most powerful creative force in your personal universe. Withdraw attention from fear-based narratives that drain your creative energy and feed dying systems designed to harvest your life force through emotional manipulation. You must simplify and detoxify every aspect of your life to reduce static in your perceptual field and enhance your receptivity to subtle information becoming available as the veils thin. Reduce exposure to artificial electromagnetic frequencies that interfere with your body's natural rhythms and intuitive capacities. The proliferation of wireless technologies, smart devices, and electromagnetic pollution creates a jamming field that blocks clear reception of both intuitive information and Earth's beneficial frequencies. Minimize consumption of density-promoting foods and substances that anchor you in outdated frequencies and block higher perception. The vibration of what you consume directly affects the vibration you maintain and the dimensional access you can achieve. The world being born through this cosmic reset has precedent in Earth's ancient history. We are not inventing a new human. We are remembering an ancient one, reconnecting with capacities that existed before the genetic modifications that limited our multidimensional awareness. Make no mistake, you chose to be here now. Your soul volunteered for this specific timeline because you carry codes and capacities essential for this transition. The fact that you are reading these words confirms your soul's commitment to this mission. You are not here by accident. You are here by cosmic appointment, with specific gifts to contribute to humanity's evolutionary leap. The revolution of consciousness is the greatest paradigm shift in human history, and it is happening through you right now. Every moment is a choice point. Every breath is an opportunity. Every thought is a creative act. Every emotion is a frequency signature. The future Earth is being born through your awakening heart. Will you answer the call?